parallel lines are lines that do not intersect at any point. They look like this. They don't intersect at all. So two lines are parallel if they have the same rate of change. That means that they move at the same rate. That's why they don't intersect. Now, another way of saying that is that they have the same slope. Okay, so the same rate of change, same slope. So to write an equation for a parallel line, we're going to identify the slope of the current line, determine the new slope. If the lines are parallel, the slopes are going to be the same. We'll input the new slope, and then we'll put the x and y into the point slope form just like we did yesterday. So example 1, write the equation of the line in point slope form. And remember, point slope form is when you get to leave the parentheses. That goes to the point x1, 1, 2, so x is your 1, y is your 2, and is parallel to y equals 7x minus 4. Now the slope is always in front of x, so the slope is 7. So if it's parallel, that means it's also going to be 7. The slope is also going to be 7. x1, or the x value is 1, the y value is 2. So now I'm going to write my equation. And remember on your equation, y minus, and then you're going to leave room for your slope, and x minus. Now, just as a refresher, the y value goes behind the y. The slope is what's in front of the parentheses, and then the x value goes behind the x. Okay? So we're going to plug that in. So y minus 2 equals 7, parentheses x minus 1. And now look, there's not any minus and negative, so you leave that. Y minus 2 equals 7, parentheses x minus 1. And close the parentheses. So that's point slope form. I get to keep them, the parentheses in there. Write the equation of the line in point slope form, so that means I get to keep the parentheses. That goes to the point. Remember, when you have an ordered pair, it's always x, y, always, 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 and parallel to the slope, y equals 3x minus 5. So find the slope, which is 3. Since it's parallel, this is going to be the same. My x value is negative 5, my y value is 2. So I'm going to write my equation, y minus, and then, so when I plug it in, y minus 2 equals, my slope is 3, x minus negative 5. Now look and see if there's any double negatives, and that right there is. So I'm going to write y minus 2 equals 3, parentheses, x plus 5. So, and that's your answer. You can leave it with the parentheses. Now, on the next one, this is a quick flashback. Remember, slope is rise over run. So rise tells you to go up or down. The run, we're always going to go to the right. And remember, if it's decreasing, it is negative, and if it's increasing, it's positive. Okay? So let's identify your slope. So first of all, it's decreasing, so it's a negative, and it's down 1 over 2. So down 1 over 2. So my slope is negative 1/2. My second line is increasing, so it's positive. I go up 1 over 1, 2, 3. So up 1 over 3. So my slope is 1/3. On the last one, it is decreasing, so it's a negative. I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I go down 6 and over 1. When I put that in a calculator and reduce it, it is negative 6. So my slope is negative 6. That was just a little flashback, and that's going to come back up in a minute. On example 3, write the equation of the line in point slope intercept form that passes through. Now when I have an ordered pair, it's always x, y, and is parallel. Now parallel means I'm going to have the same slope. So the slope is negative 2, so if it's parallel, it's also going to be negative 2. My x value is negative 2, and then my y value is 10. So now I'm going to write my equation, y minus, and then x minus, right? So it's y minus 10 equals, my slope is negative 2, and then the x value happens to be negative 2. Now here I have minus and negative, so I have to change that. So it's y minus 10 equals negative 2, parentheses, x plus 2. Now, that's point slope form, but I have to go to slope intercept form, and slope intercept form means no parentheses. So I have to clear slope-intercept form right here, no parentheses, okay? So I need to multiply. So I've got y minus 10 equals negative 2x minus 4. And I want to get y by itself. So when I get y by itself, I need to move negative 10 to the other side, which becomes a plus 10. So y equals negative 2x, going to stay the same. And then in the calculator, I can say negative 4 plus 10. And that's going to be plus 6. So my answer is y equals negative 2x plus 6. On number 4, you've got an ordered pair. There's your x and y, and you want a line that's parallel. So if it's parallel, I have the same slope. Remember, your slope is always in front of x, and if there's no number there, put a 1. So that slope is negative 1, so the line's parallel is also negative 1. My x value is 3, and the y value is negative 1. So you've got y minus, and then I don't want to leave a space for the m, x minus. So let's fill it in. Y minus, so your y value is negative 1, m was negative 1, and then the x value was 3. Now look to see if there's any negatives. Minus and negatives, that needs to change. So y plus 1 equals negative 1 parentheses x minus 3. That is your point slope form. Now to go to slope intercept form, I need to get rid of the parentheses, okay? So you've got y plus 1 equals negative 1x, and negative times a negative is a positive 3. Now I need to solve for y, so I need to move positive 1 to the other side, becomes a negative 1. So y equals negative 1x, and then you've got 3 minus 1, and 3 minus 1 is a positive 2. That's your answer. On part 3, write the equation in point slope form, and you have a point, you have your x and your y, and it's parallel to the graph. Oh, so it doesn't give me slope, so I can find the slope. And remember the slope, first of all, it's increasing, so it's positive, and it's going to be rise over run. So I go up 2, so up 2, and then over 1, 2, 3, 4. And when I put that in the calculator, it reduces to a half. So my slope is 1/2. So m is a half. My x value is 4, the y value is 2. So now you can write your equation in point slope form. Y minus 2 equals 1/2, parentheses x minus 4. And since it's point slope form, you can leave it with the parentheses and you're finished. And that's how you write equations of parallel lines.